Alright, what's going on, everybody? This is going to be my first review on this channel, I guess. I'm planning to try to upload more, so just keep waiting on more videos. This video is just going to be about a small review on my new 4-string bass. This is the Glarry 44-inch scale, I think it's pronounced GIB HH model, with a Laurel fingerboard. As you can see, it's the Glarry headstock right there. Just a brief rundown of this bass. It's a 4-string, 24 frets, so you have an octave. You have 2 humbuckers, so 2 humbucking pickups, and you actually have 5 control knobs, which are basically just a volume knob for each pickup and 3 just regular passive tone knobs. Like, it's as if you had 2 volume knobs and then just like a regular passive knob, but you had just 3 of those. Like, it's not an active bass. I kind of wish it was like a bass mid-treble thing, with like a preamp or something in it, making an active bass, but it's not. I kind of like the tone you can get out of it whenever you roll all the tone knobs back, because it's kind of advertised as like a different tone knobs for each pickup, but it's just 3 regular tone knobs, so it's not really anything that special. I bought this off of eBay. It was not even $100. So it's very cheap, very inexpensive, and Glarry is known to be, if you're into music, you know that Glarry is known to be cutting corners a lot when it comes to instrument manufacturing. But it seems that, as far as I know, their quality control has really improved. Now, there could be some things to change, being a cheap music company, but this bass didn't even need a lot of work done to it. It needed a little bit of setup because I play a lower action, but overall, I mean, it's not that bad. Not that bad of a bass, and I'm going to show you that right now. So first off, we're just going to go with the bridge pickup. Okay, that was the neck, or that was the bridge, I'm sorry. We are going to go on to the neck pickup. Now we're going to do both pickups at the same time. Okay, so now we're gonna just do them all at the same time. We're gonna go bridge, neck, and then both at the same time in one go. Okay, so that was both pickups, bridge, neck, both. Now we're gonna explore the tone knobs. Um, like I said, it's not an active bass, so it's just like three regular passive knobs. But I will actually roll them off one by one, so you can see how much of the low end it will actually filter out of the wave mix. And I'm just going to do it same way, bridge, neck, both. So we're just going to start on the bridge. Now, if you'll notice, I just turned the second one down. The first one is still down. The second tone knob is down as well. Um, Again, bridge, neck, both. Now, I want you to hear how much of that volume actually decreases. And that's kind of an issue with this bass, is that whenever you roll those off, it, it doesn't get as loud. So I would recommend, if you're actually playing this, I would kind of use a compressor to kind of, or like a limiter, just so you can kind of get that volume increase, because it gets really quiet. And I don't know if I'm going to have to edit this. I'll have to play it back. So I will definitely have to hear it in the playback to see how quiet it actually gets, since I am running through the direct interface. But I want you to hear like how much of that low just kind of gets brought up as everything else is scooped. But if you're going to do that, I would more do this like for an amp, or like an actual like live like speaker. If you're doing that, if you want to use this bass for like a gig session or something like that, I would definitely have like an amp with you, to kind of increase that volume as well, so that way that it's just low end right there. But anyway, uh, starting with those two tone knobs down, starting on the bridge. Now, if you notice, I just turned the neck pickup up. It's just the neck pickup at this point. With the neck pickup, you already have that bassy end because you kind of it's the neck pickup. Um, but you can kind of tell that it's kind of the tone knobs actually kind of help to isolate that bass. And if that's what you want, if you kind of want to get like a vintage tone or something like that, and you just want to get like that really low end, not super drivey, low bottom end, not super, not with a lot of like just butt booty around end, but like you just kind of want to have it just there at that point. This is actually really good. I actually kind of like that sound, to be honest with you. But again, neck pickup. All right, so that was with the two tone knobs down. Now, with the same formula, bridge, neck, both, those three tone knobs are going to go down. And I want you to hear just how much of that low end is isolated. All right. So that was pretty much all the settings that are on this bass. Um, Now, what are my thoughts on it? I think it's a pretty decent bass for its price. Again, on eBay, you have like fake basses and like a lot of them have like really bad electronics in them. The electronics in this are not that bad. As long as you're using like a grounded cable. I mean, I have no grounding issues so far. I use it in a church setting. I play it in church, and I play it out of a Harkey amp, and it actually sounds really nice. Um, Whenever I got this delivered, I really thought it was just gonna be, you know, okay, it's cheap. Just have another backup bass just in case. And I was pretty surprised at the quality of it a little bit. As for the neck, um, I'd say it's a little bit thick. I've heard some people say it's like a P bass neck. So if you kind of like a thicker neck, then you probably like this bass. Um, there's nothing really too special about the specs that are on it. I mean, it's a plastic nut. You have no bone on it, obviously. The tuners, I would probably replace the tuners. When you're playing in low tunings, such as if you're playing this like really low, like in drop B, and you drop this down, or like even drop C or something like that, some of these tuners will get very jumpy. And by jumpy, I mean you will try to tune it back, and it'll take you probably about over a quarter of a turn before that gear kind of like gives for you to actually grab on that string again, which is kind of an issue. So I would probably get some better tuners on this. Um, Nothing really too bad about the bridge. I'm going to be replacing this anyway. I stripped a screw in here already. I'm actually going to be replacing this with a jazz bass style bridge, which it should fit for this bass. If not, I'll just probably just move it up a little bit so that way it's right over the pickup. So that way you can get a more twangy sound. Um, if you want to turn this into an active bass, I would, because you can utilize these knobs to be a volume blend, bass, mid, treble, or even put like a couple switches in there if you want. Um, Whenever I got this, the fretboard was extremely dry. They did not oil it down or anything like that, as far as I could tell. And I had to put uh, a good probably 2 coats of lemon oil on the actual fretboard for it to actually soak in. So it was very, very, very dry. So just be careful of that whenever you're buying cheaper instruments. As for the frets, not sharp at all. I was very surprised. I was expecting a little bit of sharp ends, a little bit of work to be done on it. They feel absolutely perfect. They feel fine. Nothing is cutting me, nothing is jagging me. I can play fast, and it's not going to do anything to my fingers. All the way up the neck. I mean, they feel fine. Like, nothing is cutting my hand or anything like that. There's no I don't see any marks where it's starting to cut like the first layer of my skin even. Like completely fine. Um, what else can I say about it? Truss rod works great. Uh, Works very well. Like I said, I play in a very low action, so I had to kind of like adjust it a little bit and just make sure that the strings up here were, level with everything. Works very well. I didn't count any problems with it or anything like that. I do feel, however, spots on the neck where there's uneven sanding. I think, like just like around like the fret areas where the fingerboard is glued on. Not that there's excess glue or anything, but where it could use just a little bit more sanding. And I think that's just a normal thing with this. I mean, for a base of this price, I mean, it's not going to be anything. It's not glossy or anything like that. It's like a satin neck. It's kind of just like bare wood. So, but I kind of like that because you can kind of like play fast a little bit. For me, my hands get a little bit clammy. So with that, without having like a glossy neck, I can kind of move up and down the neck very nicely without my fingers sticking. My palm sticking to the back of the neck. So that's a good thing for me. It's not very heavy at all. With the strap on, there's maybe just a tiny bit of neck dive, but it's not terrible. And I'm just gonna let it, like, there's just a little bit of neck dive, but it actually settles to be like in the correct playing position. So it's actually really nice overall. I like the shape of it. Surprisingly, it actually does have like a glossy, a clear coat, basswood body, which I thought this was actually going to be like a satin finish. They actually took the time to do this in like clear coat, which is actually really good. Excuse me, which is actually really cool. It's actually really good. Yeah. As for everything else, this is a pretty good bass. Um, it's very cheap, very inexpensive, and I think it sounds good with the humbucking pickups, honestly. Okay. So if you're wanting to get this, go ahead and get it. Because it's a good bass for projects, or just if you want a bass with humbuckers in it and you don't want to spend a bunch of money. Yeah, this is it, honestly. For me, it's pretty good, as long as it gets you through the gig, honestly. Yeah, as for everything else, I think it's a pretty sturdy bass. I'm very surprised about its price point, about its durability. I say durability, playability, and I guess that's all I have. But I'm gonna end it right there. This is like my first video. I'm like talking on camera, so I'm trying to get used to it. So if I made any like mistakes or fumbling my words, I'm sorry. I'm not used to it, so I'm not used to being on camera. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this, like, subscribe. If you want to see some of my other work, I will leave those links down in the description below. If you want to donate, I got that down below too. If you wanted to support me, just share the channel with your friends, leave a comment, do whatever you want. And I will see you guys in the next one.